And we're back. So it looks like it may just be the couple of us today. So we're gonna go through this. I have the NPC set up. Looks like I have OBS fixed. Thanks for bearing with our technical difficulties today, everyone. We appreciate you being here. There's one more place I want to look real quick. Over here. Nope, not in that window. Messing things up already. So I've figured out one of the problems that I was having was when the Roll20 map and chat would disappear and go all wonky, was because both of the tabs were named the same thing, my DM view and my player view. So OBS was getting them confused. So now I have to run two different browsers so that they don't get them confused. So anyway, when we last left our heroes, they had approached Greenest. They were there. Turn this on so I can see. I fixed my backdrop, so now I can't see anything with the lights off. I believe the last thing that we heard was that for the past several days, you've been traveling a road that lazily winds across the rolling grasslands of the green fields. Sundown was approaching when you top the rise and see the town of Greenest, your destination just a few short miles away. But instead of the pleasant, welcoming town you were expecting, you see columns of black smoke rising. Creatures running all different directions. And it becomes apparent very quickly that Greenest is being attacked by a dragon. Your companion, Angelica, or I think it was Angelica, I believe is what I said her name was. Yes. Looks at both of you and says, "Oh my. It appears you were not prepared for an encounter such as this. I do have some things that may help." She says, pull the tarps back and look upon those crates and choose one item of armor for each of you that might fit you and suit you. The best that she has there, she has some leather, she has some scale mail. Nothing great. It's all been used and beat up. But it's armor nonetheless that you get for free from this NPC.
Dinar is going to pull out a set of scale mail, and he's going to start donning it. But he's going to turn to Angelica and say, "Do you seriously expect us to fight a dragon?"
I mean, you can leave, but my grandchild is there, and I have to go get her.
Owen's going to take a fit of leather armor.
Okay. She says, if you choose to leave, I'll pay you now. You have delivered me safely to Greenest. I'll pay you the remainder of your fee, and you can be on your way. But from the looks of it, she looks, and there is a great blue dragon swooping down. Just, you know, as you're watching it, the dragon's swooping down, and just as you would expect from the legends that you've heard, to see the breath weapon come out of the dragon and chomping, it just kind of roars and flies back off. It's unenthusiastic about what it is doing here. But it is there nonetheless.
Well, Dinar is going to say, "All right, we will get your grandchild out of there, and hopefully anyone else that we can evacuate."
Hopefully. Go ahead.
Owen is going to ask. Owen is going to say, very little happened on the road, that nothing that I saw that you couldn't handle, nor anything that I saw that you didn't expect. Why did you actually bring us?
Well, for protection, of course. A woman traveling alone, it's just a prime opportunity for people to pick on me. And when I have people with me, bandits and such tend to leave me alone. We did hear of movements of the cult of the dragon, and well, to truly be honest, it was partially this shipment has to get to the people of Greenest so that they may be well protected. It appears though that I am too late.
Do you think that this is their dragon?
Oh, absolutely not. That's a blue dragon. That thing's evil as hell. The people of Greenest are good people. Can't imagine you would think that of them.
No, like I was referring to the cult of the dragon. Is that their dragon?
Oh, I am so sorry. I totally misunderstood you. Yes. This is definitely the cult of the dragon. I thought you meant, was this the Greenest dragon?
The town of Greenwood would not unleash a dragon on their own town, but the cult of the dragon might.
She rolled a 1 on her insight check for you, so.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes the DM fails too. She says, no, absolutely. This is absolutely the cult of the dragon's beast. If I had to guess, judging by the size and activity of that beast, it's probably geez, what's his name? He's one of the great blues around here. Lenathan. Believe that's Lenathan. Imagine. He's kind of the ruler of the dragon horde in this, or dragon cult.
What do you know about him? Is there any way we could drive him off?
He likely has hundreds of followers with him, so it would be best to get into the city and help fortify the keep against the horde, and perhaps we can then find a way to drive him off.
Alright, well...
But just the 3 of us, there's no way the 3 of us alone can drive him. Now, but if we can get to the keep, perhaps the governor and the forces inside can help us.
Do you think it's worth trying to bring the equipment with us? Because clearly, if you were bringing the equipment shipment, this is why you wanted to bring it. But it would be dangerous.
And she points up ahead. Says, "You see that stand of bushes, just ahead, off to the right of the road?
Okay.
Let's stash the gear there. We can come back for it under the cloak of darkness."
Okay. So Dinar is going to do what she says and help in all of his ability to move the gear.
You're gonna have to
into the bushes.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. It's a little ways off. You're gonna have to travel up the road some to get there. So I don't know if you saw where I was pinning, just like right in this area. And you all are down here, so you'll have to get in and get through, get into the tree line there at least.
Okay. The other thing, and Dinar is going to look around for this. They mentioned that the dragon has like hundreds of followers and stuff. Are they here in this town, or does it look like the dragon's here alone in terms of actual cult members?
Well, you do hear screams. You see smoke rising from different buildings. Roll an Arcana. And I'll let you take a gander. You probably know this. Or a nature. You could also roll a nature.
I have the same in both. So.
Well, you.
Oh.
Okay, you both know without a doubt that blue dragons do not breathe fire. So the smoke is not from the dragon or its breath weapon.
Interesting.
So while you can't see the whole town itself, you're pretty sure that there are people here with that are with the dragon. Sorry, a little brain fart there.
Well, in that case, we need to get these weapons quickly, and we need to hurry. Yeah. Hopefully, not attract any attention, because presumably, if any of them see us, they will direct us to. They will direct the dragon to us.
It's possible.
So,
she agrees
Dinar
with
is
you.
going to hastily help out with the dashing the weapons, and then he's going to say, "Okay, where do we need to go? I don't know this town, and presumably you do."
All right. So on your way in to the town, you get right to that crossroads right there.
Yep.
just kind of startling and abruptly, without any warning, 5 humans dash out from between the houses. Let me get the right layer here so you guys can see what's going on. 5 humans dash out into the crossroads, quickly being chased by what appears to be 8 kobolds.
All right. Well, Dinar is going to sort of is going to walk up to them, and he's going to he's going to walk up to them. It's going to take him a little while, apparently, since this is a big area. But he's going to say, like, "Get behind me," and he's going to try and protect them from the kobolds.
Before you have the opportunity to approach them, you see that there's a man. He's limping as you're running up to give them aid and protection. A man is limping, and 3 young children are racing across the street into the shadows. The last person to dart out into the street is a woman carrying a round shield and a broken spear. She turns and faces back from the direction from which she came, only to see the kobolds lashing out at her, striking forth. Get off the screen. I've got too much stuff on the screen here. I don't like the way they set this map up.
All right. Well,
Pace.
when Dinar
There we
sees
go.
this, he's going to run forward. That's a lot of kobolds.
Yep. You see them kind of running out into the street. Oh, wait. Wrong map. Those guys. Let's move those guys down here. And let's move Lillian here. And then move this guy here. This map is not to any sort of scale, as you
Okay.
can tell.
Yeah, so a couple of size of buildings.
Yeah, that's one of the things I don't like about this map, and stuff that they did here. So,
Yeah, I mean, it's readable. That's all it really needs to be.
yep. 8 kobolds stream out of the alley on the family's heels and fan out, start to surround the woman. The kids and Kuth kind of make it away. She is standing there. They fan out around her in such a way to block her retreat. You see a couple come around the back side of the house here. Here. And these 2 are in reserve behind.
Okay. Well,
She is determined. She is definitely willing to stand her ground and fight for her children. The man limps off into the shadows, away from the battle. He too looks like he could do some defending, but he also looks very badly injured.
okay. Dinar at this point, can I take an action? Or are we gonna do initiative?
Yeah, we'll go right into initiative here. This all happens. Boom, 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 boom. And it'll be right into initiative.
Remind me how I roll initiative here.
Just to recall, have we had a long rest since the last time we engaged in combat?
A long rest? Yes, you have had a long rest. So
Okay.
click your token, and then on your character sheet, you can click initiative.
Okay.
Got reasonable roll, which I'm happy about, and you got an even more reasonable roll.
And I need to put our NPC out on the table. Which I don't have a token for her yet because I actually wasn't planning on her being part of this.
We could use the extra hands.
Where is your character sheet? Angelica. Character sheet. There we go. And definition. Oh, I forgot to click your token.
I'm having trouble selecting my token, I think. Here, hang on.
Can you not select your token?
I clicked on it and I clicked initiative, and
So if
it told
you...
me that no valid token was selected.
Ah! Wonder why it's... Save. Now you should be able to.
Yes, I can select it now.
For whatever reason, it was not set to your character, which is weird. Represents... Hang on just a second. Let me make sure we got you set to the right stuff. Ah, yay, fun stuff. We're pro streamers here, y'all. Pro, master pro right here. I'm telling you. There you go. You should have everything now. You should be able to roll your initiative. Hit click in. There you are. And now that my initiative is clicked, there we go. So now I will sort these settings, sort descending, and oh, and you are first to bat. You see this.
How far away am I from the nearest one?
How far away do you want to be? You can move. I mean, you're probably 50 feet away right now. You can move into a near. Actually, I'll move you up. Actually, you guys are going to be kind of up closer to them, because this happened as you were getting into this crossroads section. There. We'll put you all right there. So you're within melee to the first one, and short range to the next closest ones, which would be that one.
Okay, so my action.
Mm-hmm. It's all on you.
Okay, I'm gonna as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hex on the first one. The closest one.
Hex. All right.
And then as my primary action, I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast.
And wow. Let's see. 20, 10. Let's see. Does that hit him? There, I had to start the music. Now that we're in combat. Kobold. No, a 10 does not hit.
Okay.
The Hex does.
I'm in melee range, you said?
Yep. The Hex does do. You said this one,
Hex,
right?
The first, yeah. It's, basically, a Hex adds 2 to attacks, but.
Oh, it adds 2 to your attack?
Yeah.
So when you.
It's 2 to my damage, rather.
2 to your damage, okay.
Yeah. So since it didn't hit, then nothing happens.
Okay.
Oof. I'll leave it for now. I'm done.
Okay. Dinar, it is your turn.
Dinar is going to shout out a prayer to Bahamut for strength, and he's going to exhale his sleep breath. So I'm gonna put it here, targeting these 5 kobolds, so as I can target them without targeting any friendlies. So the way this works is, that wasn't a great roll, but 15 hit points worth of kobold falls asleep.
Okay, that will be the first 3.
Okay.
So we will put
next thing I'm going to do
sleepy.
is use a bonus action for my telekinetic and attempt to shove this kobold here 5 feet up into the left. So sort of in this direction.
Okay.
But he needs to make a strength saving throw to avoid being shoved.
Cobalt. Oh boy. This is not going to go. What's your spell DC?
It's 15.
Okay, I'll try, but I don't think we're going to make it. 16 minus 2 is a 14. No.
All right, well, just perfect.
No,
so I hold out my hand and send a blast of force at him, and it knocks him back 5 feet away from the children. And then that is my turn. So I'm going to this.
All right.
Because the area of effect is done. That is Dinar's turn.
Right
How
on.
long does your sleep? How long does the sleep last?
It lasts for a minute. So,
Like
6
turns?
rounds. Yeah.
yeah.
All right. It is Angelica's turn. Angelica rushes forward to the side of Lilin. She says, "We are here with you." She turns, looks, and goes, "Oh dear God, it's you, Lilin. Let's get your family to safety." And Angelica will pull a warhammer out and take a swing on this guy right here. And that hits. And no, don't roll again. I want the damage.
I don't know if you were intending to do this, but you rolled their Warhammer attack in the GM text.
I know. 23 hits for 4 damage. Smash. Everybody can see the rolls up there, I think. -1. All the rolls from her are all whispered, so I have to go in and change the settings in her sheet. Easily done. All right. There we go. She smashes her warhammer into that kobold. She says, "Lilin, make a run for it. Get to your children. We've got it from here." She just volunteered you to protect them all.
I mean, if given the opportunity, Dinar wouldn't leave them here.
Right. And next up is the kobolds. These 3 are asleep. This one runs back forward to the limping man and will take an attack on him. Where is my kobold sheet? There it is. Kobolds. He's going to use his dagger melee. That is definitely a hit. And I don't know why it rolled. Oh, it's rolling for advantage all the time on them. So, okay, take the highest, or take the first roll, which would be a 23. That's a hit. And 1d4 plus 2 is, 4 damage. Kuth actually falls to the ground as this kobold cackles. And Kuth, the father of the children, is down. Lilin doesn't even notice. She just screams in anger. These other kobolds have to spend pretty much all of their movement getting through here, and they are going to step over their sleeping companions and cut Lilin off from her family completely. She is now surrounded. Not surrendered. She is surrounded by kobolds. Who then all take a turn swinging on her. One's going to swing on her. One's going to swing on Angelica. First swing is a... what is that? 14 on Lilin. That definitely hits. Oof. She takes a very bad stab from one of these kobold daggers. In fact, it looks like he just stabs down and just rakes the blade right through her chest, severing several tendons in her shoulder. It's not pretty at all. The next one attacks Angelica. And I want to change this real quick so I'm not having to sort the dice. Hang on. General options. Advantage toggle. There we go. Much better. A 5 will miss Angelica. This guy will swing on you, Dinar. He is going to come at you with his dagger. Oh, does a 16 hit you? Or actually,
No,
it's a
not.
20 modified, so...
Oh, a 20 does hit me, but a 16 does not.
Alright, 20 hits, you take 5 piercing damage. These guys have some massively awesome daggers. I don't know, why is it rolling 2d4? Hang on. You should not be taking 2d4 plus 2. It should be just 1d4 plus 2. It's rolling 2d4. I don't know why. So, hold on. There must be something wrong with that macro in the... You take 3 points of damage, not 5.
Okay.
There you go. That's 1. He's asleep. He's asleep. He's asleep. Attacked. 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 Okay, all of the kobolds have gone. Lennon, however you say her name. It is her turn. Where is her character sheet? Where did it go? I have too many windows open, y'all. She reaches out at the nearest kobold and swings with her spear. Actually, nope, a 10 doesn't hit. She lunges forward, but the wound in her shoulder stops her from being able to connect. She screams as she glances in the direction of her family and sees that her husband is laying on the ground bleeding out. It will be Owen's turn next.
Okay. If I move into this region here, am I within 10 feet of all 3 of those around me?
Let's see. Got a lot going on my screens. If you move, let's see. Yeah, from there, yeah, you're within 5 feet of everybody. And
Okay.
you were where? You were here, right?
I was there, yeah.
Since it doesn't take you out of... Yeah, there's no opportunity attack there. So go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to use Fey Presence. Each creature within a 10-foot cube originating from me must make a wisdom save against my spell DC of 14 or fear for 1 round otherwise.
That is also going to include Lennon. You're right in the same area with her. So, wisdom save, spell DC, kobolds. And what'd you say your spell DC was on that?
14.
14. Wisdom. Yeah, good luck. Oh, we can't see it. That's 1. There are 3 kobolds there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's a fumble. And nope, they all failed, so they are all afraid. Now, let us look at Lillian. She makes her wisdom save, and I believe that's going to pass, right? You said 14?
14, yeah.
Yep. So she passes her wisdom save. Lucky for you. All right, so they are all afraid, which gives them what, disadvantage on attack rolls, right?
uh,
Let me look at my
yeah,
fear.
it does not say in this description.
Let me look at
Yeah, it gives them disadvantage on attack rolls as long as they can see you and they can't willingly move closer to you.
yeah.
This is until the end of my next turn.
Yep.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
That's okay. All right. You doing anything else? Moved, Fey presence, bonus action, anything?
No.
I'm melting in my chair. Oh, I'm sorry. I keep like sliding down. All right. Dinar.
All
It
right,
is on
first thing
you.
I'm going to do is bonus action. I will attempt to shove the kobold that's right next to me 5 feet back. I'm actually going to shove him sort of in this direction
Okay.
because I want to move and I'm going to try and move without provoking an opportunity attack. So he has to make a DC 15 strength save against telekinetic.
Yeah, right. Sure. We'll try. We will try. Oh.
You might roll a 20.
Oh, I did make it. That's a 17. I made it. All right.
All right. Well, I'm going to take the opportunity attack then.
Okay.
I'm going to move up to the person who's down, sort of over here, and I'm going to cast Spare the Dying on him.
All right. As you do
So,
that,
First thing that happens is the kobold that I broke melee from is going to try and hit me, I assume.
yep, he is. As you break away, he actually throws his dagger towards your direction. And since you are within 5 feet, he gets advantage. The dagger skitters across the ground next to you as it barely misses you.
Okay. So that was good at least. And then I will use my action to spare the dying this person so that he is at least not bleeding out.
That puts him to 1 hit point, right?
It puts him to 0 but stable.
0 but stable. Okay, so we'll take the little
Yeah.
skull and crossbones off of him. All right.
And at that point, I have used my action and my bonus action, so I will
All
end that
right.
one.
It is Angelica's turn, surrounded as well by kobolds on all sides. She says, enough of this. I have had enough of this. And oh, I forgot to roll her sneak attack damage last time. She swings out 11, 16. That hits the kobold right next to her for 4 plus sneak attack damage. Because she has a compatriot. That is 9 points of damage to that kobold.
Is that enough to turn it into a kobold pancake?
That is enough to squish him, yes. In fact, he starts going to the ground and then he just crumples in a heap as she pulls her warhammer out. You can hear the sound of flesh just tearing, and the warhammer drips with blood. She turns to face the next one. They are currently blocking the path for you all to be able to go any further.
They're also
And
trying to kill us, so I will attempt to deal with them. Who's up next?
just want to see. Hang on, I want to see if she has this as a bonus action, or I think it is, but I'm just want to double check. As a should have done that first. No, it's not. Okay, I'll do that first next turn. And she is. So she would get a second attack here. So she turns to the next one. with the blood of his compadre just still dripping off the handle of her hammer. She swings again. This time, actually, that hits. Warhammer damage 9, and she just cleaves right through him with the warhammer, not even including the sneak attack damage, um, which is an additional 5. She cleaves through this guy. The follow through actually connects with this guy for some of the carryover damage, and he takes some damage as she swings through. And you see this bloody hammer just come swinging through all of these kobolds, takes one head right off and slams into another one. Suddenly you realize you were not mistaken. This woman is quite capable of taking care of herself and didn't really need an escort. Lennon looks over at her and says, I am glad you're here, Angelica. Thank goodness. And takes her quarterstaff and will poke out against the bleedy one. Or her spear, I mean, sorry. But still, the wound on her shoulder, she just can't get enough force to poke at it. And Owen, it's your turn.
Okay, which one is the damaged one?
This one right here.
Okay.
Is damaged.
So my hex.
Where did my
I'm going to now move it.
Oh, I know what happened.
When you deleted one,
I deleted one. It lost him from.
You deleted the one who had the initiative.
What was their initiative? Do y'all remember? I don't.
It was 7.
7. Okay. Well, you got lucky. So go ahead.
I'm going to move my hex to the one closest to the old man, the one straight above me, actually. As my bonus action, and then as my action, I'm going to cast against that same one, the one straight north of me. Cast Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
That hits.
That does hit, indeed.
And 2 damage plus 2 necrotic from the hex, so 4 total.
Blah! You squish him. Your necrotic damage hits him. You, Dinar, you see this just wispy black energy come forth from Owen, slamming into the kobold in front of him, and it just starts eating his skin. And suddenly, the kobold goes to the ground. And you got anything else? Or that's it, right? Bonus action hex. Eldritch Blast. Cool. So, Dinar, it's on you.
Alright, well, there's one kobold who is not asleep, so I'm going to attempt to shove him. So he needs to make a strength save, and I'm shoving him sort of up and to the left, so that he is no longer in melee with Owen or with the person he tried to stab.
Right on. Strength save.
DC is 15.
So we only have attacks on advantage on attack rolls, not saving throws. So that will be a 2 on his strength save. So that is a fail.
Right, so he is shoved 5 feet. And then Dinar is going to use his action to hit him with a Toll the Dead. Which is again a DC 15 Wisdom save, or he takes 7 necrotic damage.
Ugh. You guys and your necrotic damages. 17. That will pass.
7, not 17.
My wisdom save is this. The first roll was a 19 minus 2, and the second roll was a 6 minus 2. So, yeah.
Well, yeah. If he passes his save, then he unfortunately takes no damage. But Dinar is going to move up into this space here, so that he can't get to the children, and is going to tell the children to run, run away from the kobolds.
All
And
right.
that was his turn.
You instruct the children to run, and they do just that, running in and hiding into the bushes over here. Um, they are very frightened, obviously, for good reason. But it's almost as if they had been prepared for something like this. Like they knew exactly where to go when you said run. They made a beeline straight for cover and concealment. And it's just the few adults there now.
For me.
Angelica looks at the one that you shoved back that your necrotic damage didn't really reach, and where is that spell? Where is it? Odd. It didn't add that spell to her character sheet. Okay. Well, she will just rush up then, since I'm having trouble finding why I didn't add that spell to her character sheet. She's going to kind of split the gap between Lillian and Owen, charge forward into this kobold, letting out a war cry, like just a guttural scream. She gets there, and you see her already swinging her warhammer as she's running, like she's building the momentum up. She swings and connects with this kobold, planting her warhammer straight through his chest. He crumples to the ground. The other three are still asleep. If you want to take them out, that's auto crits. We'll just doop 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 auto crit them. However, the father, Kuth, is still laying on the ground. Lillian, after seeing Angelica run forward and take out the last kobold, she runs to her husband. You see blood just pouring. The faster she runs, you see blood just kind of spurting out of her chest. She does not look good at all. And she crumples onto the ground next to him. Kuth, come back to me, please. And that will be the end of combat. We will take these three out. Say that you guys cleared them. That will be the end of combat round.
Well, Dinar is going to rush over to her and say, like, he'll live, but you need to, like, you can't be running in this condition because you will probably, you are severely wounded. So, do I have to spare the, like, is she in a state where she could just, where she could bleed out and I could help her spare the dying, or?
You don't think she's going to bleed out,
she doesn't try and...
but she definitely needs some healing.
Okay, I'm going to, I got one slot left, and I'm going to use it on Healing Word.
Okay, so you cast Healing Word on her, giving her back 6
which will heal her for 6 HP.
And that actually, come on, get the right layer. That actually puts her to full.
Okay.
Angelica comes over and also let's see. Where is that? She will actually cast a healing spell as well. And it's not letting me do it clickable, so I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. And heals Kuth for 4 points.
So Denara's going to say, I don't think I need to tell you that you need to get out of here.
And Lillian and Kuth look at you and go, agreed. We were trying to make it to the keep. The bells have been ringing. They sounded the alarm. We have to make it to the keep. And
How far is it from here?
it's across the river. It's not far at all, actually. Just across the river, and we can cut through the field. But who knows how many more of them there are? And Lillian says, "It's fine, dear. It's fine. We'll make it. We just have to get the children." Oh God, the children! Where are the children?
They're fine. They're hiding in the bushes.
Oh, good. And Lillian and Kuth will run into the tree line as well. Angelica says, "Quick, let's gather what we can and bury it here, or at least cover it with some leaves, and we'll come back after dark to help equip the rest of the town."
Okay.
And
Denara's going to turn to Angelica and say, "We probably don't have time to wait until dark if we're going to find your grandchild. So should we keep moving?"
fine. Hopefully they don't find the wagon and steal all of our gear.
Yeah. I'm a little bit worried because I will not be able to put them to sleep again, but we don't have a choice.
Angelica looks at you and she sees that you're wounded. She says, "Are you all right? Could you?"
I've been better, but like
All right.
I could probably do with an hour of rest, but we don't have time for that right now.
She says, "That's fine. Here," and she'll give you. Actually, you can gain back up to 8 hit points if you need them,
Oh,
as she
I'm back
casts
full.
Cure Wounds on you. She holds her hand above your wound and. Owen, are you injured?
I am not injured.
You're lucky. She calls out, "Lillian, if you care to join us, we're making for the keep." And you all want to move. If you want to move up the road, I will drag the map down a little bit. There we go. This is the keep over here. So zoom out one click. So
Denara's going to sort of head to the river, and it seems like from here he would have reasonable visibility of what's going on out in this area, but he'd be able to duck behind the trees and would be harder to see. So he's going to head over here, and can I make a perception check to see if there are any kobolds or other marauders close by?
sure. First, you said you're going to duck off into the trees.
Um, well, right here I seem to be sort of in between two trees.
You're on an open
So
road, though. This is like the main road into Greenest.
okay.
So
Um,
if you want cover and you want to hide, then you're going to have to duck into the trees and roll a stealth.
I'm not going to bother with that then. I'm just going to roll perception and see what I can find. Since
Okay.
if there are people specifically looking for us, they would have seen us already. That's not a bad perception though.
No, actually, you do see that there are quite a few kobolds around the keep. And they seem to be trying to rush the gate. It looks as if the gate is, they're trying to get the gates closed and secure the keep. And you see just a mad rush of kobolds running towards the keep. There's probably, oh, I'm on the wrong layer. There's probably 16 or 20 from the north side of the city running that way.
We definitely can't take out all the kobolds. I think our best bet would be to draw them out somehow. That's a lot of kobolds.
Yeah, you could see the force is kind of running. They've got some torchlight, and they're running for the keep. Which this whole mass of kobolds is larger than the keep, apparently. This map is not scaled correctly. Go ahead, Owen.
I'm going to ask Lennon and Kuth and even Angelica if they happen to know of any back entrances or tunnels into the keep.
Let's see. Probably they would probably know. Either one of them would know. Yes, The keep has a sally port, and there are actual tunnels that lead in. There's an old tunnel that leads in um, to the cellar. Uh, it's down near the stream bank, not far from here actually. Um, we just we could probably stay in the cover and get there from here if
Well, I think we
That
should
would
do that.
probably be a better idea than trying to tangle with the kobolds.
I'm trying to find on the map exactly where it is. I believe they don't have it marked on this map. Let me look on the map in the book and see if they have a map marked there. Yes, that's where I thought it was. She points just beyond the next the river makes a bend around, you see to your right, and she kind of points backwards, almost back towards the direction you came over in this area. She says over that way there's an old tunnel that leads into the basement of the, what's the word, keep. There we go.
Well, finally some good news. Let's head that way.
All
Let's
right.
cross as close as we safely can to that area and try to avoid the kobolds.
All right. Angelica
Makes
says,
sense.
yeah, you can follow me. I'll lead the way. And oops, wrong layer. Moving the map around.
Suddenly there's an earthquake.
Yeah. And she kind of leads everybody. There's a narrow crossing in the river right here, and she'll cut through into the trees with you all. She leads you through the trees and out to kind of to this end. Let me move the map for our viewers at home. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Appreciate you being here. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, be sure to give us a follow. Traz, hey, hi, good to see you. And what do you all do from here? Lillian and the children, she's kind of bringing them up in the rear after Angelica gives the signal that it's clear.
Well, let's check the entrance and just inside to make sure that it hasn't been compromised and there's not a horde of kobolds or anything waiting for us inside.
Right. She says, just there in the center of the bend. I know it's open ground, but that's where the entrance to the tunnel is.
Well, at the very least, it seems like the gate to the keep is on the other side, and so hopefully there won't be a ton of kobolds here on the backside.
Can I roll
It's
perception
small
to see
solace, but
All right.
Can I roll perception to see if I see anything between us and anything that could see us between here and there?
Yes.
I will do so as well.
I don't see nothing.
I unfortunately do not have advantage.
Always whisper. Make sure that's on. And all right. You both say it. You think it looks clear, and go ahead and you start to make your you start to make a break for the tree line, and Angelica says, "Stop! Stop! Get down!" And just then, you, after she calls it out, and you duck back into the cover of. God, y'all are so lucky she's with you. You see what appears to be a patrol of kobolds and some other creatures actually with them. Oh no, not yet, not those. We'll do this. Paste. Walking up to the old tunnel there, actually, it couple of human-looking figures, 3 kobolds, and what appear to be a couple of groups of like rats there as well. You're not sure if the rats are fighting the kobolds and another creature that's there, but it almost looks as if they are. And one of the gosh, what is he? I'm trying to remember what he is. Creatures and monsters. There we go. One of the creatures with the kobolds, he's kind of pointing at the entrance to the tunnel, and Angelica says, "Damn it, they found it. Ugh, this is really gonna mess things up. If they get in that way, we're gonna have to stop them." And
Do I recognize what these creatures are?
if I can find it, yeah. I'm trying to find what they are real quick. Hang on. Double click. Ah, they are human. Tell you what, it is dark, so go ahead and roll a perception. It is getting pretty dark, so it would be kind of tough to see if you can recognize it, but I'll give you a chance. With that, yes, you recognize you see the moonlight cloud goes over the moon and the moonlight shines down and you see the armor. It is the same armor that was worn by the individuals you encountered on the road. So it is cultists of the dragon. There are 2 cultists with them and 3 kobolds. And it looks like a very small, like fast strike team. They're going to go for this tunnel.
Are they being attacked by rats?
It kind of looks like that. Like the rats and the kobolds and the cultists are kind of fighting. The kobolds and the cultists are fighting to get into the tunnel, and the rats are just there. You know, they're river rats.
Now might be the ideal time to intervene, Dinar says in a hushed voice.
So, how long has it been since our last encounter?
Minutes. Like
Minutes.
you've
Okay.
been probably 15 minutes since you just got out of that last fight.
Excellent. My hex is still active.
Yep. And about that time, and this is gonna be the last one of these she can do today, but Angelica holds out her hand, and you see a bolt of white, pure white energy release from her hand as it strikes one of the cultists. And I'll give you everyone at home there the spell that she cast. Target takes 4d6 radiant damage.
Wow.
Yep. There's a bright flash of light. She's like, "This is the best I've got." And she casts guiding bolt out at this guy right here. We roll the damage. Cast at first level. Oh, and he takes 14 damage.
How far away are we?
You are probably just at the 50 foots, probably from there. Yeah, you're about 50
Okay.
feet.
How close are the cultists to the water?
Probably about 10 feet.
Okay.
This cultist goes down. I'm looking for my keyboard. It's under my book. I laid my book on top of my keyboard. That cultist goes down, and the kobolds and cultists look around. The rats stop for a minute and look up and see if that other cultist sees where you are. Probably won't. Nope. Nope. He does not see you. All right.
Initiative?
Yep, we will do a new turn. And yeah, let me clear this turn order, and we will do a new initiative. All right.
Oh god.
It's not always bad to go late though. Angelica, She looks back at Lennon and says, "It's up to you if you want in on this or not." Jeez, I'm not rolling too good for her. And Lennon says, "No, I'll stay here and protect my children. Just make the path and we'll run for it." So she says, "Okay." And the cultist and the kobolds are still fighting. They're kind of just like kicking the rats, you know. Wow, this is like a really bad initiative for everybody, man.
Yeah, just we're all a little slow today.
Oh wow.
Now watch, the rats are gonna roll a natural 20.
Or the kobolds. Well, the kobolds are winning so far. Do I have the rats open yet? I don't think I have the character sheet for the rats open. Let me grab that real quick. Swarm of rats. Where are you? Swarm of bats. Swarm of rats. There we go. $15. So the rats go first. They are going to. This swarm of rats is going to attack that cultist that's right in front of them. With bites.
Turn order need to be sorted.
Oh yeah, I'll sort the turn order. Does the name? There we go. Sorry about that. That helps, I'm sure. So the rats do bite him and deal a whopping 3 damage to this cultist. He's like stomping and kicking, trying to get the rats away. This swarm of rats kind of scurries back down into the tunnel. And you know they're there, but they're down in the tunnel. So I'm going to take them kind of out of the way for right now, just so they don't get confused in combat. Kobolds. The kobolds, these two kind of run up like they were chasing. And it looks like when they get there, they're like, oh, you can see them kind of look frustrated as they're looking into the hole. They're holding their torches. They're looking down into the hole of the tunnel. Like, can we even fit in there? And they are not going to do anything else. We don't have ties turned on for initiative. Dinar, what is your dexterity?
+2.
+2. We should probably turn those on for future. The cultist is at +1. So you are actually first. Let me move you in the turn order. You are actually first.
So this kobold here, he's right next to the water, right? Because he moved out to the tunnel.
Yeah, he's right next to the water.
So I'm going to use telekinetic, and I'm going to try and shove him into the river. So he needs to make a strength save to avoid being shoved into the water.
Where are you? There we go. Kobold strength. I haven't been doing well on my strength saves tonight. Let us see. 13.
That fails. So he is moved 5 feet right into the river.
Sploosh. Right, he goes sploosh in the water and is wet.
Probably should have checked how deep the river was. In any case, then I'm going to toll the dead the cultist. So DC 15 wisdom save, and because he is wounded already from the rats, he will take 5 necrotic damage if he fails.
Cultist DC 15 wisdom save. Has advantage on saving. Okay, nope, not on this one. But it rolled it anyway automatically. So, yes, 15. Ta-da, dun, da, da, da. Rolled a 15. So he saved.
All right. Well, Dinar would have to have gotten a little bit closer in order to use the shove. So he's over here. Not as his turn.
Oh, you know what? I'm probably on the wrong. I need to change maps over in OBS so that everybody at home can see actually what we're fighting. I got so wrapped up in the game. I wasn't paying attention to what we're transmitting. How can you tell me these things, chat? Tell me what I'm messing up with. All right. Just had to work out my Twitch videos. That's not the right place.
That was Dinar's turn.
That was Dinar's turn. All right. And next is the cultist. The cultist is going to attack the swarm of rats that is attacking his feet and nibbling on his toes. With his scimitar, he draws back away. And strikes the rats a massive blow, doing 5 slashing damage. And that's going to take out 5 or 6 thrusts. Don't go by the scale on here. We'll reduce the scale. Let's see, what'd you just measure? Like 120 feet? Cut it in half.
Okay.
So half your scale. So
Yeah, about half that. Okay.
yeah. It's about 50 feet to here to the entrance of the tunnel where that kobold's in the water. So we'll just say cut whatever you measure, cut it in half.
Okay.
Cultist attacks. He takes out a few of the rats, but there are still more on him. Oh, and it is on.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to move my previous hex, which is still active, over to the cultist. As a bonus action. Attacks the cultist with Eldritch Blast. Can I see him?
Oh yeah, it's wide open. Everything's wide open. And you can see it from your to the cultist, right? Your Eldritch Blast smatters the cultist down. The kobolds, seeing this, the two remaining, just their resolve gets steeled, and they just look even more determined now to fight. They look confused that rats could do such a thing. Anything else? Or are you gonna stay in the cover?
I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Angelica says, wow, you guys are pretty good at this battle and stuff. How long have you been fighting? And, just like that. look pretty vicious, and you don't think you want to have anything to do with those rats. They look nasty. They are now on top of that kobold, just eating him. His friend, the kobold, the one in the water is kind of splashing about. The one that is left on, he is going to attack the rats as well. I tell you what, I have to give you guys some creativity for this. Letting them kind of just fight each other out here.
It's been working well so far.
Oh my gosh. Oh. Okay, thank goodness that one was a second roll. So he rolls a 7 on his attack. It almost looks as if he hesitates and doesn't want to hit his friend, but he misses the swarm of rats with his dagger. The kobold that is in the water is thrashing about. He is going to spend his entire turn climbing up the bank of the river to get back on dry land. And then, Dinar, it will be your move.
Well, it worked so well last time. We're going to shove him back into the water. So maybe we should make a strike 7.
Of course. Of course. No, you don't. Back in the drink with you. These kobolds look hard and straight. Yeah, he gets right to the top, and just as he's about to climb out the bank of the river, suddenly your force blast shoves him back down the bank and into the river a little bit further downstream. As he rolled a 1 on his strength save.
Oh dear. The poor guy. So what I want to do, I want to cast Toll the Dead, targeting this kobold. But instead of casting a spell, what I want to flavor it as I'm going to use telekinetic to force him under the water. Force him. So technically this is a wisdom save, but he needs to make a DC 15 wisdom save. I'm trying to
Actually done pretty well.
I'm actually glad. So that is 3 necrotic and that is Dinor's turn.
Alright, he takes 3 as he swallows up some of the river. Comes up gasping for air. Go ahead, Owen. It's your turn.
Okay, the one farthest away up there, the one that's currently unoccupied. Yeah, him. I'm gonna move my hex onto him as a bonus action. And then cast Eldritch Blast at him. It hits.
That hits.
Plus the 7. The hex does another 2.
Yep.
That's all.
still there, but they are dwindling in number quickly. They say, squeak, 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 squeak. You hear them squeaking at her. I have props. Rat. That's actually for my Tuesday night game for Weird. He's my familiar in Weird. But hey, it works here too. And the swarm of rats are going to attack Angelica, biting at her with their little. They still have more than half their hit points. 11, 16 to hit. Does that hit Angelica? I forget her arm class. I think it does. Yes, it does hit her armor class and 11 damage. Oh, that might not have been such a smart move for her to run in. They're just rats. How bad could they be?
Unfortunately, it seems like there's quite a lot of them still.
And Dinar, it is your turn.
Okay, well, I'm going to use my bonus action. Now that the kobold is still in the room, I'm going to use my bonus action to try and shove. I don't think I can shove a smoke through rats. I don't know how that works, because they're technically one creature.
They're technically, for stats, they're one creature, yeah.
Okay, so can I attempt to shove the swarm of rats?
Mm-hmm.
I will attempt to shove the swarm of rats away from Angelica, since this may not have been the best decision.
They need to make a
Rats need to make a strength save. Let's see if the rats are stronger than kobolds.
They are, indeed.
They
Rolled an 18. And that's with a minus one.
Damage. They take 9 necrotic damage.
9 necrotic damage to the rats. There are only a few rats left. You took out. With that, you took out those 2/3 of what was left.
After that, Dinar will end.
Oh, there are only about 4 rats left in this swarm that was about 24 rats.
Alright, well, I'm about to X the rats. That's a good news.
Yeah, I know, right? 13. Yes, you managed to take out the rest of the rats. This kobold is once again to try to climb up.
No, I'm not.
He gets out. Angelica turns to face the kobold. He is exhausted from climbing times and swimming. And she just takes off running in that direction.
Let's not forget the other rats that are in the tunnels.
Oh, we're still taking the tunnel? Okay.
We're still taking the tunnel?
I mean, is there another way we can get over the wall?
She said there's a Sally Pool entrance on this side.
I actually think is a better idea than the tunnel.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. And then I'd forgotten y'all were going to take the tunnel. Sorry, that's on me. So she runs towards the Sally Port. It's only about 100 yards or 100 feet from where y'all are, so I think they're in a couple of turns. You get to the Sally Port. It is along the wall here. As you approach, you get about 30 feet away, and you see, by God, there is another group of kobolds and creatures here attacking the door to the Sally Port. They have a battering ram, and they're smashing into it. It looks like they're actually pretty close, and you see a man on the parapet yelling back into the keep. It looks like he's shouting orders or something, and he's pointing down at the ground.
Well, here we go again.
So how injured does our friend there look?
Angelica?
Yeah.
She's a little hurt. Not super. And if you inquire, she'll basically say, "Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. It's not much. It's just we'll get through it." Trying to avoid saying the cliche line.
Janela is actually going to return the favor and cast guidance because he has that spell as well. And I'm going to cast it on Angelica since we are about to make a very important ability check.
All right. In the process of making it, but I fell asleep last night. So that's what I do. That's what I do. There we go. And then there is another creature that you haven't seen before. It is a they look more, I don't know, almost like a goblin, but they're taller, they're bigger, they pointy ears, real sharp facial features. So there's that. So let's go ahead and roll some initiatives. And Angelica. I'll actually use her character sheet initiative.
Do you want me to roll my guidance?
No, I'll add a D4 to it.
Okay.
It's initiative.
Fun fact for those of you at home: initiative is a dexterity check. So anything that affects checks will boost it, including things like Jack of all trades from the Hoard.
And a D4. It's just one, but you know what? It makes it a 13, so we'll take it. And all right. Let's sort this out and see who goes first. Oh, and it looks like
Alright. Where's she gonna up back a little bit? Cobalt on the bottom left. Next on that one.
you and that Eldritch Blast. Wow. That's your crit damage. So you roll a nat 20. Nice. Yeah, it basically explodes. And they are all shocked. It's the battery ram kind of overpowers the first guys. It's probably on the inside of the battery ram. Bursts into bits and disappears. He's going to make a straight line. See if he can hold this thing by himself. He drops the battery ram, at which point once you go back and forward, battery ram digs into the ground, and they are going to have to make a dex save to see if they can recover. And they do. They're able to recover just enough to keep from impaling. Hex, Eldritch Blast. Alright. Angelica seizes the opportunity of the confusion of the kobolds and runs forward, kind of stepping into the goop of the dead kobold and swings her way. This thing starts to as much damage as she's doing.
So I'm going to shove the one to the right in this direction. So it needs to make a strength save.
Okay. Sorry about the music volume there. Nobody mentioned to me that the stream music was really loud. So hopefully you could hear everything that was
the music
happening.
muted because I find it easier to
Not
focus.
you guys. Not you guys. Strength saving throw. Where are you? There you are. Nope. Does not make it.
So he is shoved 5 squares diagonally up and to the right.
All right.
Then I'm going to target this kobold here. That's right in front. And I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on it, so it needs to make a wisdom saving.
They've been pretty good at wisdom saves tonight or today, but not that time.
Alright, well, since I believe he has not been damaged yet, he only takes 3 necrotic damage.
Only 3 necrotic damage. All right. Yes, he has not taken any damage yet.
That's still a reasonable amount. And that is Denar's turn.
All right. The one directly behind him, that kind of pointy faced creature, he lets out a kind of a hissy squeal and will step through his friend right here and come forward to take a swing at Angelica with a club. Basically, he's got like a tree limb. Kaboom! Comes down upon her head. Oh, that will definitely hit for 4 damage. Oh. She's still looking okay, but it's not looking like she's going to be doing well for long if she keeps that up. That's the Acolyte. The mini dragon steps up and then around and will come just charge straight at you, Dinar. And as this thing gets close, you can see it is. Where did it go? You get a real good look at it, and come on, there you are. It springs at you and opens its mouth to take a bite. And hits you with a 19. I take it a 19 is going to hit.
Unfortunately, that was 1 higher than my armor class.
Gets you for 3 piercing damage.
Ouch.
Yes.
That was not the button I meant to use. Yes. Not great, but I'm still up.
Good thing you got that heal earlier, huh?
Yeah.
All right, that's all it does, and it'll be Owen's turn again.
All right, that dragonid looking creature attacking Dinar is going to get the hex next.
All right, hex next.
And I'm pretty sure 10 doesn't hit it.
10 does not hit it, no.
All right, that's all I'm doing this turn.
It's the first time you've seen that the Eldritch Blast has not worked. For Owen, is something amiss? The bolt of energy goes blasting right between the two of you. Angelica, trusting in her warhammer, actually, nope, does not have that one. Okay, darn. Doesn't have that one yet.
I'm gonna call out, like, when I see Angelica, like, start to attack. Be ready to move, and I will get you out of here. But she's in good position right now to hit a kobold, so gonna wait for her to do that.
Let's see. Neither one of those are really going to help her in this situation. All right. She's just going to keep at it with that warhammer. It's been doing the trick on that last kobold. Oh yeah. Wham bam and thank you, man. It is gone. She smatters him. The battering ram laying on the ground, basically in a pile of goop. She turns to face this long, pointy-eared creature of some kind of abomination, it appears. And she just flexes her warhammer at him one more time. Dinar, it will be your turn.
All right. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to attempt to shove this kobold one more time, sort of behind this building. So it needs to make a strength save.
And kobold strength save. Nope.
So he gets shoved 5 feet in this direction. Next up, I'm going to go. I'm going to go here because I realize now that Angelica is making sneak attacks, and for my action, I'm going to take the dodge action.
All right. So you take dodge.
And that is my turn.
All right. This new creature that you've never seen before, you get up against him, and he is ugly. And he's actually going to club at Angelica one more time. And hit her with a 21, doing another 4 points of damage. Next is the dog dragon. It's for those of you at home, it's an ambush drake, but it's not. The characters probably wouldn't know what that is just yet. He looks at you, and he is going to take another bite at Dinar. Since that's basically all he can do is bite things. And a 21.
I got a 21 at disadvantage. Feels bad.
I got a 20 with disadvantage. Sorry. 20.
Well, that still hits me.
Yeah.
Jeez.
6. Yeah, I know, right? 6 points of damage. Oops.
Yeah, that perfectly drops me to 0.
Oh, no. Dinar crumbles in a heap. As this beast just grabs a massive chunk of the dragonborn and rips the scales open. Oh, and you see your new friend fall to the ground. And it is your turn.
Okay, I'm attacking the puppy dragon again.
All right.
17.
17 does hit.
And he's got my hex on him, so probably 14.
14, all right. Nice. Oh, he whimpers and squeals as the Eldritch Blast hits him. He's in a lot of pain. That really, really hurt him.
I'm going to stay put, so that's the end of my turn.
All right. Angelica, seeing her bodyguard hit the ground, will cast Spare the Dying. Reaches down and touches you, Dinar, and casts Spare the Dying. So you are stable at 0. You will not need to make any death saves.
Okay.
Provided you don't take any more damage in this combat.
Well, hopefully the Drake doesn't feel like taking a nibble.
You're incapacitated. The Acolyte will turn once more to swing on Angelica with his beefy club. And does hit with a 22. doing another. Oh, that's actually a crit. So doing a max of 6 damage with that club. She herself is not looking so great. In fact, this might not be a good thing. The ambush Drake, seeing Dinar go down in a heap, will take a charging run. We're what, 70, so 35 feet. Let me see what his movement is. 30. He will get just outside of melee range. He is not quite going to get to you this turn, Owen. He's going to get probably right about there.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll say right there. We're cutting distances in half for this map, so. So it'll be on you.
Okay, I'm at Eldritch Blast again. And I think I crit.
Crit! Nat 20 again. Wow. Roll that beautiful being footage. We'll get 13.
It didn't matter before, but it might matter now. Hex damage is also doubled on a crit.
Yeah, your hex damage would be doubled. It wouldn't have made a difference in either case. That is enough by itself. Yeah, because crits double all damage done. So 8, 13, 16. As it's running towards you, you lash out with your Eldritch Blast. You feel the power of your god behind you as it... well, not or whoever your sworn patron is. May not be a god. Being a warlock, it could be anything. The power surges through you, and this ambush Drake just erupts. Scales go everywhere.
Okay, so
as a
bonus action, I'm going to go ahead and move my hex up to the ugly thing attacking Angelica.
All right.
And what is my movement? Hang on. 35.
So you could get either here or here-ish, probably.
Yeah. Move to about here.
Okay.
All right, I'm done.
All right. Angelica's bleeding pretty badly. Takes another swing with her warhammer against this beast next to it. Oh, and she swings. She's obviously getting very tired. And she misses. She misses. Not looking so good. Dinar's down. The Acolyte goes.
Curiosity, can I try for the nat 20 death save to come back up?
You know what? Yeah, if you want to, yeah. If you wanna try the nat 20, let's see how it goes. I'll give you that.
Oh, you're not getting the nat 20 death save.
Not this time.
All right.
But it doesn't count
as all of your nat 20s.
Yeah.
I mean, that would have been a successful death save anyway. In any case.
All right. It would have been, yes. Seeing that he is alone and that this kobold has decided to run off in the other direction, and seeing he's all alone, the Acolyte is going to choose to flee as well, to try to go regroup. As he does, Angelica will get a opportunity attack, and she misses as he is too dexterous. Do you have a ranged attack, Owen? Yeah, you've got Eldritch Blast, so as he's fleeing, he disengages and flees. So
I've already moved my hex to him as well. 10 probably does not hit.
A 10 does hit.
10 does hit?
A 10 does hit.
Okay.
Doing 8 damage as he's fleeing away. Almost enough. You see him writhe in pain and kind of throws his back. His arms go up as he's running, as your Eldritch Blast hits him right square in the back. He's going to get about there. Let's see what that does as far as distance goes. You could probably still reach him.
Oh, I can. Eldritch Blast is
120, right?
yeah, something like that.
So yeah, you could probably still reach him.
I'm gonna go again.
Go ahead. Yep,
Yeah,
that
that hit.
hits. That'll be enough. He only has 1 hit point left, so you drop him as well. Angelica wastes no time. She just scoops up Dinar in her arms and runs to the Sallyport door. Banging on the door, you hear a voice on the other side. Just a minute! And you hear some keys jingling. And you hear a voice from up above on the parapet wall. It's good, let him in. It's Angelica. And the door swings open slowly and opens into a 10 by 20 room that looks just like a Sallyport. It's got some boxes in here, some crates, barrels, things like that. And I think this is a good time for us to take a quick break. How about that? You have made it inside the keep, the Hoard of the Dragon Queen. So we will take a quick break, folks, and be back. Go ahead and refill your snacks, your waters, your coffees, whatever you need for the remainder of our journey this afternoon. Sorry about the late start, but we are here now, and we're going to get this party rolling. So we've made it to the keep. Let's say it's 20 after the hour. Let's come back at 30 after, right at the bottom of the hour. We'll come back and do this, pick right up where we left off. All right. Thanks, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, and we're back from our break. Got our waters refilled, got our snacks in hand, ready to go for this next little section. Um, as you enter the Sally Port, you're in about a 10 by 20 room. Um, it the door you go in, once you close it behind you and secure it, it has been badly damaged for sure. The kobolds were making some pretty good progress with that battering ram, and if you hadn't come along when you did, they probably would have gotten through in the next 4 or 5 minutes. So good on you for coming when you did. About that time, a dwarf kind of waddles into the room. He's very stout, very large set of keys hang on his belt. And he looks at you and says, "Ah, Angelica, glad you could make it." She says, "Oh, yeah, we're here, finally," as she's bleeding everywhere. Goes, "Do we need to find you some healing?" She says, "That would be really good, and for my friends too." And she kind of just pours Dinar out onto the floor. And the dwarf calls out for medics, and you can hear him screaming, "Get a cleric! Get a cleric!" And she, Angelica, turns to you, Owen, and says, "Owen, this is Castellan Escobar the Red. He's kind of the master of the keep when it comes to defenses here." And he just kind of nods at you and looks a little wary, like, stranger. You could tell he's cautious of you for sure. But that could just be that he doesn't know you. You don't know. Feel free to roll an insight if you want to get a better read on him. Yeah, you're pretty confident that he's kind of leery of everyone that is new, and that seems to be what it is to you. You're somebody new. So he
Nora's unconscious right now, so he doesn't notice.
Mm-hmm. So he just looks at you.
Another nat 20.
You're on fire today.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Dinar is the gif of the dog holding a coffee cup where everything else is on fire. It's just, this is fine.
Yep, everything is fine. I'm gonna roll this as Angelica, but it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna roll you another cure wounds as the cleric comes in. A couple of medics come in with some bandages. This first one is for Dinar. It helps if I'm on the right page so that I can submit. Well, you get 4 for now. And then they're actually gonna cast for Angelica as well. And Angelica gets back 15. 10, 13, yep, 15. Which she's grateful for. It's 15. She's not completely healed, but she is much better than she was.
Dinara's gonna grow and thank the cleric who healed him.
You hear a knocking on the door, and you recognize the voice on the other side. It is Lennon and her family. They have made it as well. They were a little bit behind you. They were watching and waiting until you made it safe to the keep, and then they followed your path. So they are let in, and everyone's there. Most of the rest of this room is in good shape. However, the door, like I said, is in pretty bad shape. It won't hold up another attack like that. And you imagine that one creature that ran off, he probably went to get more creatures to come back and start attacking that again.
Okay. What time of day is it?
It is dark. It is nighttime. You got to Greenest just before, sundown. It was late dusk. The sun has fully gone down now, and it is dark.
Okay.
It's
Like
you've probably
ideally,
only
I would like to take a long rest in this keep, because I can fight much better when I am rested up. Well, I don't know if we have time for that if the kobolds are about to show up because they want to attack during the night.
right. They actually are much better at night.
Yes.
Um,
I don't know if this would be character knowledge. Would Dinar know that kobolds have sunlight sensitivity?
roll a nature. Uh,
I'm just
wow.
getting all the I'm just getting all the nat 20s today.
Well, you've rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1 with that.
And thankfully,
So, thankfully, you rolled them
he
in the
rolled
right
them in the
order.
right order.
Uh, uh, Owen would know. Uh, you kind of asked the question, and Owen's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, they're super sensitive to light," and he gives you all of the stat block and everything. He knows everything there is to know about kobolds.
Uh,
Owen was raised by druids, so
Right. So, let me get this guy's name right. Keep saying Escobar. He looks at you all and says, "Anybody got anything they could mend that door up with, or we just need to shore it up ourselves?"
I unfortunately cannot mend a door with magic. I could try and help you with the door, but
And Angelica's gonna look. Angelica says, "I can do it. It might take me some time, though. But I can do it. I won't be able to do much else, but I can do that."
yeah, I can help you how I can, and I can also keep watch for kobolds.
He says, "Very well. You all do what you have to. I gotta get back to the wall. There's a dragon. He's coming quickly for us. I'll call if I need anything, but when you're done, come to the walls. Help us defend our keep. You might
Okay.
even get a praise from the governor himself." At that, Angelica just kind of chuffed, like sarcastically, and yeah, the governor, right? And she starts casting mending. So she will cast that 5 times after everyone's gone. The room is empty, and every time she casts, you see the boards in the door and the iron banding repair just a little bit every time. After 5 casts with a little bit of a break in between, as she has to, pull out new spell components and regather her composure, she says, "There, that should hold for a while. We should probably use some of these crates and barrels to add some reinforcement to the door."
That's
while they're doing that,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to go on ahead and go up to the walls and try to find a spot to start meditating. And so I'll be out there and ready if things do start coming.
yeah, it might make sense to take a short rest. And I can spend my 1 hit die to heal myself.
Yeah, as you get in, and once you get into the camp, like into the center of the keep, there it's just chaos. It really is. There's people everywhere, but you see a line over on one side where it looks like people are being fed. So you can get a little stand in line, get a little food. You find a little quiet place to sit down. Kind of up on the wall, you find a little spot where you can kind of settle in. And All right. Right? This thing is massively underscaled. Way to go, roll 20 map makers. Because if I put the grid on here, the grid squares are like teeny tiny for the characters when you scale it to 5 foot like it's supposed to be. That's why I chose not to do that. Dinar and Angelica also find their way into the keep, get some grub. You sit down, you settle in, and you're probably an hour or so goes by.
So can I roll a hit die?
Yes, you can all roll a hit die should you need it, and regain 1 hit die from a short rest. So I don't really want you all to die. Not yet. We just got started. Let's see. All right. That will bring Angelica back up almost full. Ow. Just hit my elbow with something. That's 5. And about that time, you hear a voice, different voices, not the dwarf. And Dinar, you hear it first. And then rapidly, a man runs up to all of you. You heard him on the way. They're not going to get everyone. We have to save them. We have to get them to the keep. And he looks, he goes, you there, you look handy at this sort of thing. And he points out, the guards have spotted a new threat. There's some raiders out trying to set fire to the town's mill. If it burns, we'll lose our stockpile of flour and we won't be able to grind more for months. I'm trying to assemble enough defenders from here to keep the keep safe, but you seem to have proven yourself worthy back there at the Sallyport. You'd be doing us a great service if you could get to the mill quickly and drive away those raiders. They're probably just mercenaries, hired by the Cult of the Dragon to cause more chaos. And can't believe people would actually do this to their own kind.
I'll do what I can. Where's the mill in relation to this keep? I'm not familiar with this town.
So, yeah, he points over about 500 feet away from the keep. Hang on, I'll pin it on the map in a second and find what number it is on the map. Area 4. Where is my 4? Well, where is the 4? It's around here somewhere. It's 2, 3. I think 4 is over. Yep, 4 is on the edge of town, the other direction. So, zoom out for you all. Click that. And it's over in this area. This is the mill. He points over that way.
Okay.
Says it's right on the edge of town there.
Where at? Okay.
Over this way.
All right.
About 500 feet away.
Dinar is ready to go, assuming both Angelica and Edward think this is a good idea. Dinar isn't totally convinced that this is a good idea, but he'll definitely try and help.
And the gentleman says, I'll send help as soon as I can after you leave, but they shouldn't be more than 15 minutes behind you.
Okay.
Just once you drive them away, hold them off long enough and our forces will be there to support. I'll rally some troops, but if we don't go now, we'll never make it.
Well, Dinar will be ready to head out. What time of day is it? Is it still like the middle of the night?
Yeah, it's basically dark of night. And
Okay.
So, can I use Can I look out and see what I see outside the keep as far as kobolds and well anything else?
Yeah, sure. So,
I'm gonna move around to that side of the wall and take a look.
um, not far away, you see a large dragon circling. Um, he's just swooping down lazily. Occasionally, he blows his breath weapon, but not. I mean, you've seen him do it like twice the whole time you've been in the city.
Okay.
Um, he's not really. Doesn't look like he's even interested in the keep, honestly, which is odd. You think. Um, there are plenty of kobolds running the streets, and you know, you'd think that going the streets, if it goes like it did, you won't even make it to the keep or to the mill. So there might be a way you can go stealthily.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I have an ability as a Twilight Cleric called Eyes of Night, which gives me 300-foot dark vision, but it also lets me use an action to share that with up to 5 other creatures. So
Nice.
at least 2 creatures are coming with me. I'm going to give them 300 feet of dark vision. This lasts, I believe, for an hour, and will hopefully help us navigate the streets in the dark. I'm also going to use Vigilant Blessing on myself since I forgot to do that.
Okay.
And then I'm going to say, like, we probably don't want to fight our way there, so ideally, if we could be quiet.
So how long were we in the keep? About an hour?
Um, yeah, by the time you got in the Sallyport, fixed everything, ate, rested, probably about 2 hours.
Okay, so
If you look up, the
And
moon
Dinar is
is
actually going to leave his armor in the keep because scale armor is clanky and loud.
aha. Okay.
So Dinar's going to say, like, um, I still want this. I'm not like giving it away, but if I'm gonna head out to the mill, I would rather not be wearing this.
Right.
And then he's going to head out and hopefully sneak over there.
All right. Angelica says, well, we could take the tunnel. I know there's the rats, but we could take the tunnel back to the water and then we could go around that way. It is a bit longer, but we'd run less chance of running into things. I don't know
there's a
about you
lot
all.
there's lots of
Mm,
tree cover between here and there if we do that.
She says, yes, there is actually. That um, if you want to go that route, I think we probably the only thing we have to deal with are the rats.
let's do that then. And in that case, if we're gonna sneak through the tunnel, Dinar is gonna wear his armor.
Okay. So she leads you down to the basement. And the cellar door is locked, but after a couple of minutes, she manages to unlock the door, get it going, and that's a weird word you don't see often. Disused. It's usually unused. People don't say disused. It's odd. All right, whatever. So the disused tunnel is where you will be going. Um, it's just wide enough for you to go down single file, and Angelica will take the front and go first down the tunnel. So it's only like 5 foot wide, maybe 7 foot tall at most. The walls are just earthen and muddy floor. It's definitely seen better days. And so I just want to see one thing real quick. Because I think I forgot to tell you something while you were at the keep. I want to just double check something real quick. because I think this is going to make a difference going forward. Save the keep. Yes, sorry. I meant to tell you, and I should have told you, and before we get any further, go ahead and level up to level 2. Should have told you that at the keep while we took the rest. But go ahead and level up. I thought that arrival at the keep was the milestone for level 2. So I want to make sure that you have, and it will make a difference going forward. So go ahead and do that.
Because it will mean that we are not nearly as fragile as we were before.
That's right. Sorry, home viewers, DM rookie mistake there. But glad that everyone is with us while they level up their characters. I'll take this opportunity to remind everyone to tune in every other week for some D&D for Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Our normal stream day is Saturday at noon. However, this week we had a change of schedule, so the next Hoard of the Dragon Queen will not be in 2 weeks. It will be in a month. I have some work stuff that's going to have to be done. I have some mandatory overtime, so I won't be available to run the game in a couple of weeks. So we will have to take a short break from Hoard of the Dragon Queen. Our next D&D stream, however, with Welcome Home, is next weekend. That'll be, what is that? The 32th? No, that's going to be the, yeah, it is the 31st. So I couldn't remember how many days were in the month. Then I have to sing the song. 30 days have September, April, June, and November. I hope I'm not the only one that still does that when I'm as old as I am.
Another thing I'm curious about,
yes.
How do you handle spell slots if you level up while not having full spell slots?
You regain all your available spell slots.
Okay. Good to know.
That's how I do it. Also, Tuesday night, tune in, United Adventure Company. We are getting ever close to the climactic finale of the Weird campaign. It's gotten really, really good. If you haven't gotten to watch it, please go check it out on our YouTube channel and get caught up. There's only 6 episodes, about 3.5 hours each. So you can catch up over the course of the week, the rest of this weekend, and tune in Tuesday night for what could very well be the finale of the Weird game. If not the finale, it will be really, really close to it. So make sure you tune into that. And then in a couple weeks, we're going to be playing some more Delta Green. Not this week, but the following. So lots and lots of stuff coming up on the United Adventure Company. Plenty of games to be played, lots of fun to be had. We're looking at as far out as October already and building some games for October, for the month of October, for one-shots for Halloween. So I just backed a Kickstarter called Gash Basters, or Gast Basters, I think is how, yeah, Gast Basters. It is a kind of a rip on the Ghostbusters game. So I'll be getting the PDF for that, I think, in the next couple of weeks, and then the actual hardback book comes out at the end of the year. It was fully funded, so no need in worrying about it not coming to fruition. But that should be a lot of fun. It looks like an interesting game. Also, Ghostbusters itself is a fun game. Might be running that one for Halloween month. What else do we have? I don't know, just lots and lots of fun stuff. So stay up to date on all of that stuff. Join our Discord and show us the love over there as well. Show us the love here with a follow. Go to YouTube. Show us the love there with a subscribe and ring the bell, all that good stuff. I know I'm a few weeks behind on getting some episodes up. It's been crazy at work, so I'm working on that. They should be up by tomorrow. including the last episode of Weird that we just did. So, how are we coming over here, guys?
I believe I'm ready.
Okay. Let's see. And go check out all of our cast members from Welcome Home on their own streams. That's the other D&D stream that we do. RB Plays does Minecraft 3 times a week. Ego Rabbit does video game playthroughs over on their channel. Do either of y'all stream anything other than this?
I do not.
No?
Not currently, no.
Just wanted to make sure we gave you a shout out if you did. And some of the friends of the channels over at Dork Tales and Fabled 42, all those folks, lots of friends of the channel. So make sure you go and check them out. In fact, Dork Tales is doing a Cyberpunk game tonight. And if I can remember to do it, we might go raid them because they will be starting just about the time we wrap up.
All right, I have my level.
All right. And Dinar, you're ready or ready enough to get rolling?
Yep.
All right. So here we go, folks. Now they've leveled up. They leave the keep. They find the cellar. Get through the cellar door. Here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And find the right music for wandering through a cellar. And we'll just use the same stuff we've been using. How about that? That was good battle music earlier. It was just a little too loud, so I'm going to make sure it's not that loud this time. I hope that's better. And unfortunately, Angelica does not get to level up. You all come out down on the right where you had fought the kobolds and the rats and everything down here at the bottom. And as you approach, you can hear that swarm of rats squeaking and scurrying through the darkness. You see them with your twilight vision off right at the entrance to the tunnel. It looks like there's bars, maybe, blocking the entrance from the tunnel. And you hear the rats down there squeaking and squawking. Yeah, we'll let you all pull your tokens over. And I will pull the rats up. How do you all want to take care of these rats? There's about 24 of them.
I mean, I guess I could just throw a Toll the Dead into the cave. So, yeah. DC 15 Wisdom save for the rats.
Swarm of rats. I said, swarm of rats. There they are. Dun, 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 dun. All right, DC 15 Wisdom save for rats. Oh my goodness. They do not make it. They
are not damaged, so they take 5 necrotic damage, which is actually more than they would have taken if they were damaged.
All right. So you take out 5 of the rats.
That is my turn.
All right. Go ahead, Owen. You want to do anything before the rats have a chance to react?
Okay, so I want to hit them with Eldritch Blast if I can. Let me try
Go
that.
for it. Here comes another nat 20. Not quite. Almost. Almost. Wow.
Let's see. Hang on. Let me roll my. Oh, and I actually need to add. I got agonizing blast, so I need to add my charisma modifier here. I didn't. It's +4.
So
14.
14. Wow.
I guess I need to go. I need to go in and add that to the spell on my sheet for now. Make it easier.
Yeah, you can add. You can go in and edit the macros.
Yeah.
Wow, you take out another 14 of the rats with your Eldritch Blast. That thing is getting powerful. I'm gonna call you Rat Slayer. And Angelica says, yeah. You and your Eldritch Blast. Ugh. She will slam a guiding bolt up the tunnel as well, striking the rats and taking out the rest of them. So from 120, 130 feet away, you all easily dispatch the rats. You get to the tunnel exit, and there are some iron gates, like I said, they're on the end of the tunnel. All you hear is the water rushing by. It looks like maybe at one time, when the water levels could have been higher, this may have been either a inflow or an outflow for water for the keep. So there isn't a padlock or a lock of any kind, but the gate is kind of rusted in place. So anybody who wants to make a strength check. DC.
Telekinetic. Can I make a wisdom check instead, since wisdom is what my telekinetic is based
on? Yeah, Owen, did you want to try the strength check, or?
I can, but I've also he's got telekinetic. I've got repelling blast on my Elder's Bolt as well that I can use to push with, but
okay, well, Dinar, go ahead and do your telekinesis first.
18.
Oh, it's not 20, but it is an 18.
Yeah, that's enough. You kill it with mind bullets. And the gate swings open, and Angelica looks at you. It's pretty impressive. I gotta learn that one. And she strides out into the waters. She looks back, forth. It's all clear. Come on. And you all head out. I am going to roll just for randoms. Wow, I'm not rolling too well for you all today. You get into the tree line over here, and you all see 6 cultists kind of patrolling the banks of the river up in this area. Make sure. Oh, let's switch scenes and go over so that the world that our fans watching at home can see the map. I didn't do that again. I've been bad about that today. Sorry, y'all. There we go. So you all get out of the tunnel. You get into the tree line, and you see about 6 cultists. Your twilight sight. You said that lasts for an hour, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So you see about 6 of them patrolling the bank of the river. You see one of them leaning over with a torch, looking down, like they're looking to see if anybody's trying to get in or hiding in the riverbanks. Their backs are to you, so
I do think we should just ambush them.
Is there anything across the river there?
What, over this way? Sorry, over this way?
Down south. Could we go behind the houses and stuff and avoid them? Or
down this way?
Yeah.
You can go that way. You can't see anything that direction. You know there's nothing along this riverbank. The cultists seem to be up there, so...
What does everyone think?
Angelica says, I'm fine with either way you all want to go. We can and stealthily avoid them, or we can try to use the trees and bushes to our cover to cut down on the response time. I fear too much delay might render us useless to saving the mill.
Yeah, my plan was not. My plan was to take the tunnel the whole way. So I do have my scale armor, and that's gonna mean that stealthily avoiding them will be a little bit more difficult. But we do need to head over there.
Well, I'll follow your lead.
All right, she's gonna go just cut through the trees.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw out one cultist just so you all can kind of see where they are. And they're kind of going the same direction that you all are, right? So they're going this way up the river. It doesn't look like the river's too deep here. It's wadable at least. It's not really going to be swimmable, but it's wadable, and you could even come down to this end to put even more room between you. And she'll run across and kind of
How wide is
chest
the
deep.
river?
It's only about 15 feet wide here.
Okay. Well, I think I will just again, uh, as quietly as I can, wade across.
Yep, and you're still a good ways away from them. They move around. You're kind of moving parallel with them. You get back to the very beginning where you were at the very start of arriving in Greenest, and you see the bodies of the kobolds are still there, laying in the street.
Oh, let's keep going. Hopefully, we can cross this road without being noticed.
Let's see. Cultist. Where is your... Come on, open up cultist character sheet. Oh, there it is. It's hiding from me.
Seems like we have to wade one more time.
Those cultists are about blind as a bat. They can't see anything. 1 and a 3. They don't even see each other. Oh man. We can either wade, or we can go around, follow the river down, and cross closer to the mill. Whichever you want to do.
Have the cultists moved anymore?
They've stopped right here at the kind of the crossing, the river crossing.
It does seem like the trees will mostly give us cover if we follow behind here to not be noticed by anything on this side. So that actually sounds like a reasonable plan.
If we cross now, we risk being seen by the cultists where they're at right now.
Yeah.
Move
So
down here.
Yep.
hopefully there aren't any more kobolds patrolling this area.
You run across as you get up into this area, there are you see one townsfolk, and he's running as fast as he can in your direction. And as he gets closer, you can see he's mildly beaten. He's got some blood on him. His clothes are torn. And he stops as soon as he sees you. He looks frightened. He's breathing very heavily. Please don't kill me. Please. I have a family. I'm just trying to get to the keep. Please don't kill me.
We're not going to. Dinar's going to point to sort of the area where the cultists are. There are members of the dragon cult here, patrolling, but you might be able to get to the keep if you just stay behind the trees.
You mean you're not with them?
No, we're not. We
Oh,
were told that they sent mercenaries or something to the mill, so we went to investigate that.
oh God, just that's where I'm coming from. It's overrun. They're trying to set fire to the mill. They smoked us out. I can't find my family. I'm trying to get there to the keep.
How
We're
many
supposed
of
to
them
meet.
are there?
Ah, oh, there were several. He says I didn't get a good count. You know, it's kind of running, but there's 2, 3. There were at least 6 or 8 of them that I saw. It could have been more, but like I said, I was running quickly.
Alright, well, we'll do what we can.
Thank
Stay
you.
safe.
Thank you. And he runs off, kind of following the riverbank. Looks like he's heading for the line of trees.
Okay.
Is this area that we're at shallow enough to cross that?
Yeah, it would probably only be about chest deep here, at
We're
worst.
crossing here.
Angelica follows your lead. And she says, how do you want to do? Do we want to stay in the trees? I guess we want to stay in the trees. Go ahead. I'm just going to follow your lead. If that's what you want to do, I'm just going to follow you.
Look, I feel like our best chance of surviving this is to at least initially strike from out of the tree line. Especially since we have Mr. Sniper over here with his uh, death machine,
All
Eldritch
right.
Blast.
I'm gonna roll perception over here from where I'm at now to see what I can see.
Yeah, I'll do the same.
Okay.
Ooh, I see nothing.
I
don't even see
see
myself.
slightly more than nothing.
You, Owen looks around and goes, hey, you guys see me? I think I'm invisible. And you see the barn is about a 20 by 40 rectangular shaped building. It's there's a grinding wheel. Um, I don't know why the map has this as the mill, like the locator does, but this is actually looks like more like
Yeah,
the mill,
I was very
right?
confused by that. I thought this was
So
the mill because it has a mill wheel.
yeah, I don't know why the map indicator is there. We'll say you guys crossed a little further back and got in the tree line, and you're across the river from the mill. Okay. I don't know why the map has it, the marker. Like I said, there's something really wrong with this map. And it wasn't wrong. Yay, roll 20. Hashtag roll 20 wins again. You see all of the openings, all the windows, doors, everything look to be closed on the mill. And you only see outside. You only see how many? D6. You only see 2 raiders and 1 guard on each side of the building. So you see 2 kind of mercenaries here, 2 here, and
Can we see what they're armed with?
yeah. It's a guard. And that's weird. There's no token for the raiders. That's interesting. We'll just use the guard for everybody. The guard token. 3, 4, 5, and 6. There we go. No, you don't get that big. You're not large. Yes, the guards are basically spears. All of them have spears. You can see a couple of them kind of poking these smoldering hay bales, and
So they probably couldn't respond if we attacked them from this side of the river.
probably not. Um,
You can throw a spear, but then they would be defenseless after that. So they
Yeah.
probably.
I mean, they're
So-
only about 30 feet across the river from you. Those are, and the other ones are probably 35 to 40 feet across the river from you.
Dinar, realizing that Mr. Eldritch Blast over here knows what he's doing and will be able to take these guys out pretty well, he's going to cast Bless. I get 3 targets. I will target each of us.
Ah. All right. So bless gets D4 to attack rolls. All right.
Which will hopefully help you land the Eldritch Blast.
Yes.
That is his action. He's not going to break the surprise with a... Actually, I think I am. Is this guard here close enough to the water that I could shove him into the river?
Probably.
All right. I'm going to try and do that then. So he needs to make me a strength save.
All right. Mr. Guard. I believe he fails miserably.
All right. Well, I'm going to pull him 5 feet in this direction into the water.
All right. All
And
right.
if you don't mind, I'm going to hop off for just a second and refill my own water.
Yeah, go right ahead.
I've gone through this water extremely fast. It's so hot.
That's okay. So as he uses his mind bullets to grab that guard and pull him, he reaches out for his buddy, scrambling, doesn't make it, and falls into the river face first. And it is about a 10-foot drop off the bank on that side because of the paddle wheel. So he's going to take... Ooh. As the current pulls him into the paddle wheel, he takes 4 points of damage. As he's just as the wheel hits him across the face. Go ahead, Owen. I'll let you go ahead and take an attack, surprise round.
Okay. I'm going to leave the one in the water alone and do the one straight across from me. And I'm just going to roll my Eldritch Blast. I think I get him with +1 d4 on my attack, but I don't think I need it. So I'm just going to go ahead and roll that. I'm going to go ahead and roll that damage, which has already got my it's got my +4 in it already.
Okay, so
6 damage. Yeah.
6 damage, and that's this guy, right? This
The one
guy,
up on
right?
land. Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
All right. All right. Angelica comes forward and she's going to look at everything and say, wait a minute. Something's not right. Those bales are barely smoking. I don't think they're actually trying to burn this mill down. I think it's a trap, she says. Now, you just met her. You have no idea what her senses are like. But she does seem pretty serious.
Okay.
Is there, if they were trying to burn the mill, there'd be more smoke, there'd be more flames. There'd probably be more people here.
So you think they're trying to draw the defenders away from the keep?
that is one possibility, sure. I mean, if you think about it from a tactical standpoint, she starts going into this like battle tactics thing, and this is definitely possible.
I don't see why they would not burn down the mill, though. But in any case, I think we should continue trying to take out the guards.
All right. Well, this one guard is caught in the wheel. This guard just took an Eldritch Blast. She says, I don't really have anything I could do from this distance. If we're going to fight, I have to get closer. This guard's... let me see something quick on him. No. He sees his buddy slip in and thinks that the flailing is actually what punched this guy in the face. So he is none to the wiser to your location at this time.
Okay. Well, Dinar, in that case, is going to use Toll the Dead on the one that was hit with Eldritch Blast.
Okay. Gong, Toll the Dead. And he is going to make a wisdom save. Guard. He is not going to make his wisdom save, which means he takes 11 damage, right?
Yeah, he's already damaged, so that's 11 necrotic damage.
He crumples in a heap and goes down. And at that, this guy's still, he knows something happened, but he's looking around. He's trying to see. Roll off. Both of you roll a stealth, and I will roll a stealth for Angelica.
Oh, wow. I have disadvantage and still managed a 15.
Wow. You got a 15. You managed to stay hidden. He's looking around, his spear's up. He knows something just happened. And he calls out. As he's calling out, you can kind of hear him. Hey, we got company! He speaks in common. He's obviously a human. And Owen, go ahead. Since you are still hidden, feel free to make your attack. With advantage.
Advantage. I'm going to go for the one that just yelled out, the one that's still there on top.
Nice.
I think I need to add in the 1d4 on that.
And 7 damage to this guy. Y'all are kicking butt, man. All right. The guy that's kind of caught up in the wheel. He takes 5 more damage as he gets pulled into the gear mechanism. The wheel comes to a scraping, grinding, crunching halt. And he screams in pain as the water is just hammering him into the gears, and it's not pretty. You see a piece of his leg go floating down the river, his boot. Angelica breaks from the tree line and just full on charges this guy. She says, enough of this. I'm no coward. I don't fight from the shadows. And she misses.
She has bless, so she gets
that's
to
a
add
D4. That's right. I forgot. That might just be enough. Oh, and it is. It is enough. It's enough. Thanks for the reminder of the D4 there. Wait, why am I cheering? I'm supposed to be. No. That is enough. And does 5 damage to this guy just as he screams out, There he. And she clobbers him in the head, and he goes down. Clump. In a lump. In a big heap. She waves at you guys. Come on, come on. And you can see these guys, they start moving around the house. Or around the mill, I mean.
I was very much enjoying his position in the tree behind the behind the river. It was nice and safe. But I guess if Angelica is going to run off, Dinar is going to follow. So, can I make it across this river and to the other side in one turn of movement?
Yeah, Angelica did. You can too. Because it's really only it's only about 20 feet across. 25
Are any
feet.
of these three damaged?
No, none of these guys have been hit yet.
Okay, well, told it in anyway. Well, I actually rolled better on the undamaged side, so I'm gonna go for the leftmost one. There's one here. He needs to make a wisdom save, or he takes 8 necrotic damage.
I think he's safe. No, 11. So, because he does not have. Yep. So 11 on that. That is not a save.
So he takes 8 necrotic damage.
-8. All right. That hurt him pretty badly. And then
I'm also going to. I'm going to try and disrupt their formation a little bit. I'm going to shove the middle one 5 feet back, unless he makes a strength save.
no, that'll be a 10. Wasted that nat 20.
Okay. So he has moved 5 feet back. That was my turn.
Gotta move that guy first. Get him off the top. All right, that is your turn, and then Owen will let you round this out, and then we'll go to initiative.
So I get one more go before we go to initiative. All right, I'm gonna pop out of the trees. I'm going to attack the same guy with the guy on the left here.
Mm-hmm.
Eldritch Blast. I'm gonna add my D4 onto that.
Be a 15. That is not enough.
Not enough.
Not quite. Missed it by that much.
How many turns have we gone now? 3?
This will be the third turn, yeah.
Be the third, so we got. Okay, so initiative now, right?
Yep, we're gonna go to initiative.
Speaking of 3,
Because you guys basically had 2 surprise rounds, and then she jumped out and was like, I'm doing this. Fight from the shadows.
How much more bless we have left?
It's 1 minute, right?
7?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, around is 6 seconds, so it's been 3 rounds.
Yep, so you got 7 more rounds. Guard. Initiative. Well, the guards get to go first. It would appear. And the guy that you shoved back, Dinar, is going to launch his spear. He's going to go all spear chucker on you.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Nope. Sorry. Wrong one. Disregard. I clicked the two-handed spear attack, not the ranged spear attack. That's the ranged spear attack. Armor class 13 does not hit you.
That does not hit me, no.
I should have stuck with the other one. Oh well. That was this guy. The next guy. He's gonna rush up to you, and he is gonna kind of two-handed grab his spear and spike at you with it. That one is going to hit, however, with a 20 and deal 3 piercing damage. I'm not rolling well on my damages today.
You are rolling well on your attack rolls, though.
Yep. And then this guard that has been damaged is going to step up and swing at Angelica since she punched him in the face with her warhammer. He didn't take kindly to that. And he puts both hands into it, and ooh, I think that does hit her, actually. Yep, that does hit and does 7 damage. Wow. All right. This guard is going to try to make a strength check to pull himself out of the gears. We're at 2:30. I'm just looking at time. So we've been. What time do we get started? 11:30ish, really, in the game,
Yeah.
or 11:30 Eastern time. So okay. 3 hours.
Just out of curiosity, how long do you plan to keep going?
Probably about another half hour.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
At max.
Honestly, I'd like to hop off because I'm starting to feel really sick.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
I can handle another half hour.
If we can wrap, we'll tell you what. We'll wrap up after this combat.
Okay.
If you're not feeling well, I don't want to keep you. That 12. Wait, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a strength check, not an attack. If you're not feeling well, I don't want to keep you on too long. So we'll do a strength roll, see if he can pull himself out. He does start to pull himself out of the gears. You can hear him ripping and tearing his leg apart. But even if he does get out of there, he's probably not going to last too long. Angelica. With not the guard. Angelica's warhammer to the face. Oh, she does not do so well.
Presumably a 12 wouldn't hit even if she rolled the maximum on bless.
No, 12 would not have hit.
Yeah.
So, Owen, it's on you.
Eldritch Blast. Add my D4. That makes it 15.
15 is not enough. Almost, but not quite. These guys are actually kind of tough.
They are.
To hit.
Especially when my rolls are terrible.
Yeah. Dinar, it's your turn.
First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use telekinetic and shove this guy back into the gears.
All right. I'm going to have him roll at disadvantage since he is injured so much and is
He's missing a few limbs.
Not doing so well. So, make sure the toggle's set right. And that's a wisdom, right?
No, it's strength.
Oh.
Because he's trying to resist
Sure.
my telekinetic grip.
So I rolled a 10 and a nat 1. So.
Well, neither of those succeed, so he is shoved 5 feet in the direction of the gear mechanism.
So he's shoved back in. Roll a d6 for me.
5.
And he just kind of gets crunched up and milled right on through the gears, and he is no more.
All right.
He is now flower
next
petals.
up, I am going to... do I hear any commotion from inside the building? Like it...
Nope. Well, you can roll a perception. You're close enough to the wall. You can roll.
15?
Nope, you don't hear anything.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to pull the dead, whichever one looks the weakest.
That'd be this one.
Okay. Well, DC 15 Wisdom save, or he takes 4 necrotic damage.
He does not make his save, so he will take that damage, and that's enough to drop him.
Alright. That is Dinar's turn.
Alright. This guard in the back, he bolts. He starts running. since he's not engaged with anyone. But you see he's running kind of back to where he came from. Same kind of direction. He does have a torch in one hand and a spear in the other. This guard is going to attack you, Dinar. This time, one-handed spear attack. 11 does not hit.
Yes. However, one thing I realized is when I got hit the first time, I needed to make a concentration check for my bless, and I'm going to do that now.
Oh, yeah, go ahead and do that now. Sorry.
And I succeed.
Okay. Angelica will smack this guy with her warhammer. She loves this warhammer. And that does connect. That connects. Doing 6 damage. And for the first time, this guy looks hurt. All right. Oh, wait. -6, not -5. All right. I guess that means it's Owen's turn.
All right, I'm going to pull across to here. This guy that's running away. I'm going to hex him.
Ooh.
And then Eldritch Blast. Which does not hit.
In
There's no way.
fact, you rolled nat 1.
Nat 1, yeah.
All right. Spell failure as your trusty Eldritch Blast has been there throughout the whole day. You draw forth the energy, and as you throw your hand out to send this Eldritch Blast, it basically just sputters in your hand, and nothing happens. No eruption of energy. Nothing at all. You feel empty and devoid of power for a moment. But you do have a hex on it. Dinar, it'll be on you.
I'm going to hit the one that's standing right next to me. I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him. Well, not doing great with the damage rolls, but let's see if he makes it save.
Might be enough. You never know. He does not make his save.
Alright, well, is he damaged already?
Yes.
Well, in that case, he takes 3 more necrotic damage.
All right. He is not looking so hot.
I'm just going to end the turn after that.
All right. The other guard, he runs around the corner out of sight. This guard turns his attention to Angelica, who just smacked him in the face. It's like, oh, no, you didn't. And will hit her with his two-handed spear, doing 9 piercing damage. She whimpers a little bit after that, and you see that wound from earlier open up just a little bit, and not looking good for her again. She grabs that warhammer, though, musters her strength, brings it across him, and sure enough, the wound is too much pain for her to bear. She misses. Yep, even with a D4, she would have missed. So, Owen.
All right, I'm going to attack the one that's attacking them.
Go for it. Roll that D4.
16.
That's a hit.
All right. So I'm going to hit him for 6. And I'm going to use my repelling blast to knock him straight back from me 10 feet.
All right. You hit
You
him.
also get damage from Hex, I believe you said.
Hex is on the other one.
Yeah, Hex is
Okay.
on this one.
Yeah.
Your Eldritch Blast hits him and sends him flying into the door. The door of the mill crashes open. His lifeless body lays on the floor. And I think this would actually be a good place to stop, actually, before you enter the mill. See what's really going on.
Guy standing over there.
Unless you want to chase him down and go around.
He's running. Okay.
Yeah, I mean he's running. He ran around the corner. He's out of sight. You don't know where he went. So
Okay.
he is out of your sight.
Well, thank you very much for the session. I had a great time. Normally I would stick around for a little bit. I'm starting to feel terrible, so I am going to hop off and go try and figure out what's happening.
All right.
So I'll see you later.
See you later, man. And everybody else, thanks so much for tuning in today. We appreciate you joining the United Adventure Company. It's all hope that our players feel better. Sometimes the big heat can get to us. But we appreciate you all tuning in for us today. And be sure you catch up if you missed anything. Go make sure you catch up on our YouTube channel. And if we don't see you on our Discord between now and then, we will see you Tuesday night for Weird. And hang in there. We'll be back soon. Have a great day, everybody. A great weekend. And see you Tuesday night. Bye.
Bye.